Hi again. Last episode, we explored anxiety and depression through the lens of CBT, how our thoughts, feelings, body, and behaviors form a cycle that can trap us in distress. And today, we're doing what Thrive Thursday is all about. We're turning insight into action. I'm going to walk you through 6 powerful, evidence-based CBT tools that can help you interrupt the anxiety and depression loop. Tools you can use in real life starting right now. So let's get into it. The first tool is behavioral activation. When you're depressed or overwhelmed, motivation is usually the last thing to show up. That's why in CBT we flip the script. Don't wait to feel better to take action. Take small action to feel better. So try one of these small things. You want to get some sense of pleasure. You might want to use music, sit in the sunshine, make sure you're hanging out with someone that makes you laugh. You want to do one thing that offers a sense of mastery, like doing the dishes, paying a bill, or responding to a message that you've been avoiding. Even 10 minutes can count. That's called behavioral activation. And why does it work? Action creates momentum and creates a mood shift, and the changes build emotional inertia. Now, the second CBT tool is a really simplified version of a thought record. So, here's a fast, simple way to unhook you from distressing thoughts. Ask yourself 3 questions. What happened? So, what was the trigger or the situation? Second question, what was the automatic thought that you had? I can't handle this, they're so mad at me. Number 3, what did I feel in my body and my emotions? Just naming the thought instead of fusing with it reduces its power, reduces its intensity. Your brain starts to shift from reaction to reflection. And if you want to go deeper, you can add another question. What is the evidence for and against this thought? Or is there a more balanced way of looking at this? The third CBT tool is opposite action for rumination. This is founded a little bit in dialectical behavioral therapy as well. And anxiety and depression both love rumination. So they spin us in circles. What if this happens? What if that happens? What's wrong with me? So when you find yourself in the loop, try this. Is this problem solving or problem spinning? Good question to ask yourself. If it's spinning, try opposite action. Instead of isolating, call a friend. Instead of lying down, take a brisk 5-minute walk. Instead of trying to figure it out, do something sensory with touch, taste, or sound to ground yourself in the present and into your body. Why does this work? That behavior sends signals to your brain, and doing the opposite can shift your emotional state faster than waiting for the perfect insight. CBT tool number 4, evidence hunting and reframing. Our brains naturally have a negativity bias. All humans do, especially when we're anxious or feeling down. CBT trains us to slow down and fact check our thoughts. So here's a 2-column technique. Column 1, so take a piece of paper, 2 columns. Column 1, write the automatic thought. I always screw things up. Column 2, gather evidence against that thought. Actually, yesterday I handled that situation in the meeting pretty well. Or I got good feedback from that person yesterday. Now ask yourself, what's a more accurate or compassionate way to phrase this? So an example of a reframe might sound like, I struggle sometimes, but I'm also learning. Or, one mistake does not define me. Reframing isn't toxic positivity, it's finding some truthful balance, because the negativity bias lies to us. Tool number 5, gradual exposure. Anxiety tells us, avoid that thing or you won't be safe. And CBT says avoidance fuels anxiety. So let's build safety through small, repeated action and small, repeated steps. So try this. Make a list of the situations you're avoiding and rate how much anxiety it brings you from 0 to 100%. Start with not the scariest thing, but not the easiest thing, maybe something around 30 to 40%. If you really need to start with the lowest thing, you can do that too. Expose yourself to that in short doses. So, for example, send one email you've been avoiding, or go to a social event, but just for a half hour, and then make an excuse to leave. Or make a phone call instead of texting, even if that's not comfortable. So the goal isn't comfort, it's actually confidence. And the last tool is pairing cognitive work with body work. So cognitive work, like reframing or thought records that we just talked about, is more effective when your nervous system is actually regulated. So pairing that with a physiological down regulation tool like breathing, so inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8, or progressive muscle relaxation, tense and release body parts slowly, or other grounding techniques, will help you because you're teaching your brain we're safe enough to think differently. Now remember, you don't need to use all 6 tools at once. Just create a little mini action plan. So here's what you can do. Pick one of the strategies that resonated with you. Try it every day for just 5 to 10 minutes, and then track how it affects your thoughts, emotions, or energy. You may even want to keep a journal or log things in your notes app. Write 1 sentence a day. Then you will become aware of your patterns, and they start to emerge, and emerging patterns will also give you information of your emerging progress as you get better with this. So don't wait for motivation. Use structure instead. If you fall off for a few days, that's fine. This is just data, it's not failure. And be curious about what made the tools easier to use or harder to use. That's CBT in action. The brain learns by repetition, not perfection. Now, CBT isn't magic. It can be a lot of work to get started, but it is incredibly effective when you make it your own. So you have the power to shift your inner dialogue, your behaviors, and your nervous system step by step. And if you ever get stuck, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in the middle of trying to make some big changes. And next week, we'll go even deeper as we get started with a cognitive distortions series. Now, this is where we will unpack thinking traps such as all or nothing thinking, catastrophizing, mind reading, and more. But for now, we're just going to try one small CBT strategy this week. Out of the 6, just choose one. Notice what shifts for you. You are building new neural pathways, and that matters. And if this could be helpful for someone you know and care about, please share it. Until then, you got this, and I'll see you soon.